Hey, Actions. Hey, Samaya. My tablet is re-downloading YouTube, y'all, so it takes just a second for me to get in the chat to be able to post my link and stuff. Did y'all have a good day? Hey, Margaret. There it goes. Hey, Ann. Okay. All right, let's see. Happy Friday. It'll do that in the humidity and the heat. You went to the beach today, Ann. I always remember every time I go to the beach, my phone be acting crazy. Bless your heart, Margaret. I remember you always work on the weekends. Samaya, does the Sag have good feelings towards me? Does the Sag have good feelings? I done lost the chat now. There we go. Margaret dealing with them clients, with them patients. Hey, Barbie, how are you? Oh, Lord, that's annoying. And then you'll be trying to text and it'll start hitting all these letters and stuff. Hey, you could try putting it in some rice tonight when you go to bed, Ann. And see if it'll like dry it out. Does the Sag have good feelings towards Samaya? The Fool card, the Knight of Swords reversed. I feel like, yes, they feel very positive towards you with the Fool energy, but I don't know how much they're willing to express it because the Knight of Swords is reversed. Thank you, Liz. You can post your question. Lizzie Girl is up. Actions. Actions say you just need to cook the rice and get a smart Asian to fix it. Hey, Shavina. Lizzie Girl is on the train. Dan, I just used a fork. That chopsticks wasn't for me. I didn't even grab them. I tore that food up because I didn't eat no lunch today. Alright, let's see what Lizzie Girl says. She probably said, girl, I never gave you permission to call me that. Sit down. Alright, my question is, what's coming towards me and what do I need to know for this upcoming month? Alright, let's see. What is coming towards you and what do you need to know for this upcoming month? So for the month of June, baby. 6 shuffles for Lizzie Girl. Oh my God. My brain is a weird place. Be glad y'all don't have to live in it every day. What is coming towards you and what do you need to know for the upcoming month? Alright, 2 more shuffles. What is coming towards Liz and what does she need to know for the upcoming month? Oh, did you get burnt, Ann? Hope I don't get burnt. Mine too, Actions. Knight of Cups reverse flipped out on the very top and then it wanted to go funky, so we putting it back. It'll come back out if it wants to. What does Liz need to know for the upcoming month of June and what is coming towards her? the Knight of Wands, Five of Swords, Four of Cups reversed, Ace of Cups reversed, Emperor reversed, Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Cups upright, Ace of Pentacles, wow, Justice reversed, Ten of Wands. So for the month ahead, I feel like if you play your cards correctly, no pun intended, there can be a lot of results or success, equilibrium, happiness. And the reason why is the Ten of Pentacles is here with the Queen of Cups coming out beside it and the Ace of Pentacles, right? But the whole theme of the upcoming month is let them. So what I mean by that is it just kept going off in my head as I was like looking at these cards, let them. It's like there could be challenges from people outside of you, whether this is like in your family, your friend group, your workplace, is somewhere outside of you, people that you are interacting with over the next month that could cause chaos or confusion or conflicts. Knight of Wands, Five of Swords in the upright. But Spirit is saying let them do whatever they do and don't feed it energy. With the Four of Cups reversed and the Ace of Cups reversed. This is the energy of when it comes towards you, just let it pass on by. So the reason why the Justice is reversed is because it's off balance. You're not going to feed it. So whenever this energy comes towards you, if you don't respond in kind and do the same thing, it's not going to be reciprocated. You're not going to... Oh my gosh. It could be about standing up for yourself, because I'm about to choke. So speaking up for yourself, but not feeding into some sort of negative energy. It's just saying let them. Emperor reversed. Release the control over how you think it's supposed to go. And this could be like your work or your friends or your family. It's somebody that you're dealing with in a Ten of Pentacles way. In your world, in your daily life in some way. I feel like you can look back, just say 6 weeks from now, and if you remember to let them do whatever they're going to do, you'll see that you're kind of proud of yourself. It might be hard to do this, but you'll be proud of yourself because of the progress you've made in your daily world, towards your goals, towards the person you want to become, that kind of energy. And it's not going to be easy, the Ten of Wands and the Tower. It's not going to be easy. Your gut instinct or your knee-jerk reaction is going to be possibly triggered with the Five of Swords, Knight of Wands. You could possibly easily get triggered in this, but if you choose to just let them and release the control over how they're supposed to act, let them be who they are. The only thing you have control over in this month is how you respond to the conflict or how you respond to the negativity. Then they're just going to hurt their own self in the process. And you're going to be sitting here as a Queen of Cups with her cool ass chair, her big pretty cup, and her mermaid on the back of her chair. Like who could not want to be her, chilling on the beach? If you have any water close by, it would be good to, like, even if you only go for a couple hours or for the day, it will be good for you, I feel like, because this feels like a very summertime energy to like clear your head or clear your energy possibly when this happened. And it don't have to be a big deal. In general, this can be someone at your workplace trying to pick and poke and be spiteful, and you could choose to respond the same way and then it cause a big blow up, or you could just let them be miserable on their own and not really give in to it, right? So if you do that, you're going to see, like, at the end of the month or the end of the 4 to 6 weeks, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, you're going to see this sense of progress and grounded stability within yourself. You're just going to be kind of grateful for how far you've come over the month by not responding. I'm not saying I wouldn't respond because it feels like it could be triggering in some way. But if you have a day, let's pretend this is talking about work. So with this Queen of Cups, let's say you have a day where you go to work and there's somebody being sideways with you. Even if it's a customer or whatever. And then you choose not to respond, but you feel off balance at the end of the day because of what you put up with. Go to the water or go to the beach or go somewhere where you feel a sense of peace, serenity, and healing. You live by the beach, so go there. I feel like that will be your solace or your peace after dealing with who or whatever it is. But if you just let them, it's going to take some work internally to do it. You're going to be rewarded in a pentacle way. So if this is at work, just say, I feel like someone above you could see the way you respond in the situation and you could get a promotion or a raise. Or if this is in your friends group, then that person could be less involved going forward because the other friends see how you respond and you're more mature. You're showing with your actions that you're different than this energy, whatever this is. If it's in your family, they're going to see your side because they're going to see that you're just choosing to let them be whoever they are, and they feel kind of difficult and they feel sporadic. Knight of Wands, Five of Swords. That's the energy of like popping off, being easily triggered, and letting yourself get so wrapped up in winning the battle that you'll cut your own nose off to spite your own face. That's always what I think of when I see the five of Swords. Someone that's willing to cut their nose off to spite their face. So they hurt themselves in the long run. They self-destruct with time. So who or whatever this is just something that if you choose the right timeline with this energy, you're going to look back and say, I am good. I'm this little mermaid girl by the beach with my Ten of Pentacles being, more stable and grounded. I'm going to feel like a sense of accomplishment over myself. Like you're going to, if this happens, Liz, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. So maybe you should timestamp this. And let's just say by the middle of July to the end of July, something like that, come back and listen to this and see if you went this way, if you went this path. Because you can always choose to feed it. I just feel like you're not going to get as far with the Ten of Pentacles if you feed into this. It almost feels kind of like a testing energy. And I'm literally about to choke, so it could be something about you standing up for yourself or speaking up for yourself in some way. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't let nobody run over you. Just let them hurt their own self and know when to speak up for yourself. But yeah, I feel like going around the water would be helpful. And the Ten of Pentacles is here. So it's like really good progress if you handle this energy in a very careful way. You said, yes, that makes sense. Because it's a lot easier said than done to be in the Emperor reverse. This is about releasing control. The only thing you can control is internally what's going on with you, right? There could be a raise to be had or some sort of reward, whether it's paid time off. Pentacles is about like effort, time, money, attention, something in the 3D world. It feels like this is your reward for it, right? Hey, Karma. Yes, Gypsy, this is a personal reading for Liz. Hey, Fiona. But yeah, whatever this is the symbolism of like your reward for dealing with who or whatever this off-balance energy is. And like I said, don't take it lightly. Here you are with the Ten of Wands. So it's not going to be easy. But the good thing about the Ten of Wands card, it's a lot of work. But there's the castle in the background, right? He doesn't have far to go, and he's made it to the proverbial castle. And also there's a tower. So this is about handling it in a way where you let them be who they are, and you basically rise above it. You're not better than them, because this is going to take a lot of work on your part to not engage or feed it. But once you do it, I feel like you'll be proud of yourself, and there's possibly some sort of 3D reward indirectly resulting from it. So I hope that made sense. All right, I'm going to give you an oracle too, Liz. Where's the oracles? Oh, right here. Thank you, Karma. Let's give Liz an oracle. And probably if you live by the beach, you probably don't go much. I don't know. I guess everybody's different. I feel like if you live somewhere close by, you may not go as often because you know it's always there. But Spirit is saying, like, take you a few hours at least and go by the water in some way. And sit there and just, like, if you take your favorite book or just sit there and enjoy the literal nature of sitting there and grounding yourself. I feel like it'll be good for you. You do go? I would go too if I lived. That's where I want to move when my children completely graduate. I want to move to the beach. Okay, good. You go work out once a day there. So that's why you're coming up with a mermaid card at the beach. In the upright, might I add. Look at you, blossoming. And the number 33 is a 6, which is about balance. And you got the justice reversed. So this is your chance to blossom and balance in face of a mirror in your reality being unbalanced. Who or whatever this is. This is your chance to choose to blossom anyway and let them be who they are while you blossom anyway. This is about evolving and being balanced in spite of whatever may come at you from other people. And again, I still feel like there's some sort of opportunity for something with this Ace of Pentacles. I don't know what this is, but it's something, whether it's a raise or a paid day off or a bonus or something like that. Something Ace of Pentacles related. So you should jot it down even if you don't timestamp the reading, just to see between now and the end of July, does the Ace of Pentacles show up? More free time, something like that. All right, and I'm going to give you 2 of these too. Oh, Dan gets Subway. I love Subway. Yep. Leah's going to get her an Ace of Pentacles. This says, scatter love wherever you go, which goes good with your Queen of Cups. Scatter love wherever you go. And then the other one says, you are amazing, never forget it. That's your ace. It's the ace, so that's your ace in the hole. Be who you are, even if they're showing you this Ace of Cups reversed. Because the 4 of Cups reversed can be perceived as a missed opportunity, but it can also be perceived as something that you let pass by and you don't engage in it, right? So yes, I like that. So I feel like the month of June feels overall balanced, because whatever comes at you, you seem like you got a hold on it and you seem pretty grounded. All right, there you go, Liz, and thank you very much. You bought me a margarita for my beach trip. I be telling y'all that, but I drank a half of one, I probably will fall out. I gotta get this chewing gum out since I'm not vaping. Help me, Jesus. Thank you, Dan. Hey, Sacred. I've never had tuna Subway. I still be hitting it, especially at night. Like I have to. Thank you. Like when I start getting jumpy legs, let me tell y'all how my experience has been quitting vaping. Jumpy legs at night, and I'll be like, I'm not gonna hit it. I'm trying to understand Dan's joke. Sometimes his jokes go over my blonde head. Thank you for coming in here, Teresa. You used to go to a theaters bar that would make good margaritas. It's fun to drink like an icy drink at the beach that has like you know, slushy vibes to it and some liquor in it. But I would literally just drink one because I just don't really, I don't buy alcohol ever. Not because I'm saying I'm better and I don't drink, just because I have no desire for it. If that makes sense. Now when it comes to sugar, I eat everything in the cabinet. Alcohol, not so much. Oh, got you, Dan. Now I get it. When I've had too much to drink. Caffeine is your problem, Karma? Me too. That's why I chose to make myself stop vaping, because I'm like, I have a caffeine issue with energy drinks. I'm always eating bad, like sugary stuff. I'm vaping. Like, I gotta pick a struggle here. Like, I gotta get rid of something, because that is not good for me to do all that. Ann says she don't drink because she never knows when to stop. And then you get headaches if you don't, I agree, Karma. I've been vaping, like, I don't vape them fruity vapes. No shade on anybody who does, right? But mine is just like a regular tobacco flavored Juul vape. But I've been vaping for years. I don't even remember how long. I hope you open the window, Dan. Hey, Tanya. Miss Bikini. My bad. Yes, Miss Bikini, you did. I think it's like 4,000, like barely over 4,000, I think. Yeah, Dan, when you're doing hair dye, you gotta open the window. Y'all was making it for a romantic night. Thank you, Teresa. I used to dream about getting like 100,000 subscribers when I first started YouTube. But now that I have 4,000, that's plenty. It'll be fine if I never get any more. Because imagine how overwhelming this live chat would be if you had that many. Like, you wouldn't be able to do the lives as much. Yes, Michelle, I'm just randomly picking yes or no people, baby, and they are free. If you ask a yes or no question, I'm randomly doing it. I don't really go in order, so don't think I'm, you know, skipping you or nothing. I'm just going with the flow. Karma, I will tell you why. So, there's this chemical in the fruity ones, and I looked it up in the vape cartridges that are Juul actually don't have it. Me and my daughter was looking it up today. There's some sort of chemical. I'll have to pull it up and see what it's called. What's it called? Diacetyl? Diacetyl, Diacetyl. I think that's how you say it. That's in all the fruity vapes, and that stuff causes the popcorn lung. So if it was a vape that had any sort of like, bubble gum, raspberry, whatever, right? All them fruity that smell or sound like candy, that is why. Hey, beast mode. All right, Antigone. You still here, Antigone? I was gonna answer your thing. She looking good, Dan. Alright, your friend is going to present your animation idea to Disney Studios. This is a tough business. Will there be any success in this endeavor? Alright, let's see. Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. I think yes. You got the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. That might be why it might work out. If you didn't even have to chase it, it's not something that's running from you, you know? That's pretty good. Because you know I don't always get good cards, right? It will probably lighten up too, Dan. Which I know you know that already. But it's like when you first dye your hair like a dark brown or any color, it seems like it's more concentrated at the beginning. And then it'll lighten up as time goes. Even if it's permanent, it'll still probably lighten up some. Oh, Dan said it's Ronald McDonald's worst nightmare. You welcome, Antigone. Hey, Dreamer. All right, Bree Chantel, are you in here? Well, here, I'll do Dreamer. Did the girls I went to the networking event last night dislike me? Wife said 2 weeks it will mellow. See? You'll be good. Did the girls that Dreamer went to the networking event last night dislike me? She's gonna whoop you, Dan. Seven of Cups reversed, Ace of Cups reversed. These are no cards, but it feels like the energy of avoiding you. I don't know if that means they disliked you, but I do feel like an avoidant energy towards you. All right. Bree Chantel. Let me see where her question went. Don't pay it no mind, dreamer. Somebody chooses to avoid you. Look at it as a blessing. Try to like switch your perspective. When someone avoids you, be like, thank you, God, for protecting me from whatever energy they were going to throw at someone else. So I was clearly protected. I was clearly being avoided because I wasn't being given that negative energy. Thank you, God. And I wish them the best, but I'm so glad that you protected me. Keep that perspective and you'll be amazed at what will unfold in your timeline. I promise you, it's crazy. All right, Bree Chantel. Did Jay lie to me about having a health condition as a manipulation tactic to get me to be with him? So I'm just going to say, did Jay lie to you? Because I really don't know if I can say all that by pulling a card. You know what I mean? I don't want to blow smoke up your ass. So let's just see if he lied to you about the health condition. Was he dishonest? You're welcome, Dream. All right, let's see if Jay lied to Bree. Was he a liar, liar, pants on fire? I didn't realize how much I like to vape when I shuffle cards. I told him I didn't want to talk to him, and seconds later, he has a health condition. Oh my goodness. Well, if he's the kind of person that's willing to tell you he has a health condition to make himself look like a victim, then you did the right thing by telling him, by not talking to him. You don't even have to tell him. Be like us Scorpios. If we have a valid reason to not talk to someone, we won't even tell them. We just won't talk to them anymore. And we'll let them figure it out. Three of Swords. Queen of Swords reversed. Yeah, they don't want you to move forward, Bree. They don't want you to move away from them. Six of Swords. So, yeah, I do feel like they would tell you whatever to avoid the pain of you not talking to them. Three of Swords. They could truly have the health condition, but they might be, you know, blowing it up a little bit, victimizing themselves a little extra to try and get their way. That's manipulation at its finest. That's the magician reversed all day, you know. People do it a lot. Sometimes people do it and I don't think they even realize they're doing it. They try to emotionally manipulate the situation to get the outcome they want. And they don't even think of themselves as being manipulative. But if you are playing with someone's heartstrings, you're trying to make someone feel guilty, feel sorry for you, and that's your intention behind it, because the intention is the most important thing, then you are manipulating them. Oh, he's a Pisces. He's a fishy boy. He's happy one minute, grumpy the next. Loving you to the depths of the ocean, detached the next. I'm just kidding. Miss Bikini, you're not going to buy anything for the whole month? So when you say no by June, do you mean like, you're welcome, Bree. Do you mean like you just buy like your necessities, or how do you buy groceries and stuff? Like, how do you do that? Oh my gosh. I should do that. Yes, Anne, you may have an energy check. I got deed the house and the mortgage is now coming out of my pocket. I've got to make sure nothing gets away from me. No, not even readings. Oh, you're having to come up with the mortgage on your own. Energy check for Anne. Well, if you need a reading anyway, you know you can ask me for it anyway. You don't have to pay me for readings anyway. All you gotta do is ask the question in the chat and I'll do it. Okay. Anytime. When I pay this one, it makes me cringe. I try to look at it like every time there's something coming out of my bank account, I'm just as grateful as whenever money comes in my bank account. It's hard to do that, but... Okay, Miss McKinney. All right, and you got the 3 of Pentacles reversed. 10 of Cups reversed. Well, damn. I'm going to put them back because I don't know which way they was. So over the next few days or the next week, you could have someone in your family circle maybe, or just someone you know at least that you interact with in a daily way, or at least pretty regularly, right? That you and them just don't seem to be able to get on the same page about something. And you're going to feel kind of like... y'all just don't see eye to eye about something. That's the main thing I'm getting, because the 3 of Pentacles reversed with the 10 of Cups reversed. And it feels like a lesson that you've already been presented with before now that's coming up again. So if there's any person in your world that you feel like you go in circles with, I feel like there's an opportunity to change your timeline where you don't have to deal with this anymore, but you're going to have to take a different path. And this is the lesson card, and I feel like it's already been presented before to you. Either through this same energy or through another person, but it was the same lesson. And it feels like you and them just can't do the compromise, get on the same page thing. But if you take a different action or you try a different approach, I feel like you'll come out the other side feeling very grounded and stable as the King of Pentacles. I know you're a woman, but I always read whichever one you can be, right? You can be anything. And since we're asking about a general for you, I feel like you'll be grounded and stable on the other side of it, but you've got, maybe it happens over the next week, but it's going to be something you've already... It'll be the same thing again. You might even feel like it's something that you've dealt with multiple times and you get tired of it. And I feel like the answer is to take a different approach or try a different way. Don't feed into it. Something like that. 6 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, both reversed. And as a result of taking the different approach, trying the different way, or compromising differently, you're going to feel very grounded and stable, like you've kind of like moved past this thing popping its head up again. Chariot with the King of Pentacles. And that could be him too with that King of Pentacles energy, but I feel like that's you on the other side. Because you see how I said take a different approach or try a different way? This card, literally, I just pulled it out of the deck and it says this way and that way. So if you take a different approach to the way he's butting into your business, or you try a different method, you'll be glad you did it. It might take some patience on your end, but then there you are with balance, with the temperance energy. So definitely if it's talking about that, this is something that's happened over and over and over. So this week or in the next few days, here's an opportunity for you to respond differently. And I feel like he might back off with the business, getting in your business thing. If you can think of a way to respond differently or not feed into it, he might back down or back off. And then you're going to feel like, well, I took a different approach. Now I feel more like free flowing, and I feel like I've had patience with myself, and it's helped me grow. And here you are with your cat in the little sidecar. I'm so dumb sometimes. Look at the cat. That little cat ready. He ready to go right now. He said, we got to go a different way. Baby daddy trifling. I'm just kidding. Oh, God. Yes, they are, Miss Bikini. You sent these. Just about every deck I use, you sent it. Like that. I'm going to chew this gum straight through to the end of hell, y'all. It is cute, ain't it, Karma? I'm telling y'all, I'm letting y'all see me struggle right now, okay? But you won't see me quit. I need the vape. The vape and is just needed when you read tarot. How the hell does Mark do this without nicotine? That's what I want to know. All right, we on Miss Bikini. Let's do Miss Bikini. Next. That's what Ann used to have to do for me. I'm not, Teresa. I literally am not going to buy anymore, basically. You know? I have one cartridge left and one battery. So basically I can charge it up or whatever. But when it gets really bad, I hit it one time and then I go put it back in my wallet and like get it out of here. Because if I have it right around me, I'm going to hit that thing 75,429 times. Yes, I do, Karma, because if that hypnotherapist is successful in getting to your subconscious mind, breaking that barrier to your subconscious mind, you can change anything. Because honestly, the reason why I have actually backed off from vaping is because I started to get this sense of like feeling a little bit sick from doing it, or like I was losing, like spirit was taking the desire away from me, if that makes sense. Now, sometimes the nicotine, because I'm physically addicted, so it'll get to me sometimes and I'll just hit it one time and go on. But definitely anything that gets into your subconscious mind, you can do it, no matter if it's just the smoking thing or anything, really. You know what you should do, Karma? You should get some of those subliminal tapes that you listen with earbuds while you're asleep. And possibly even do it with your own voice. Like the Parrot app, Parrot. It's like the bird, parrot. Put your own affirmations in there, record yourself, and then put it on a loop. Stick it in your earbuds and sleep with it for just say 90 days. That should get you somewhere. right, Miss Bikini. I need to get some straws. All right. What was your question, Miss Bikini? And Michelle Henley, yes, I'll get you in a minute, baby. I agree, Karma. Y'all hit them with the wrench if they want to be stupid. Did the in-laws accept the numbers? All right, let's see. That's right, Antigone. The thing is, since I have the one cartridge left, I'm just not going to buy anymore. That's just the one I already had. Because I was smoking at least a cartridge a day. Every day, I buy a new cartridge. Yeah, hit them with that wrench. And I haven't bought any all week. So even though I haven't quit, I guess, technically, I'm definitely not where I was. If you watch my lives, you know I vape a lot. Kaylee, I don't think I did, baby. I'm going to do Michelle after Miss Bikini, and then I'll get you if you hang around. I literally hit the vape today. But I only hit it once, and then I put it up. So, and then at night, I can't, like, I hit it at night because I start to get jumpy legs. I don't know if everybody has that, but I've discovered this week from not having nicotine all day, and then when I go lay down and be really still, I start to get jumpy legs. I think they call it restless leg or something. I call it damn jumpy legs. And then I'll hit it like 2 or 3 times before I go to bed, and then it'll go away. Yes, Karma, that's it. But I don't have that normally, so I know it's because I'm weaning off freaking nicotine. And some people say to get like Nicorette gum or those nicotine pouches, but to me, I feel like what's the point in getting that? I'll just keep vaping if I gotta get that. Like, I might as well. I don't want to do nothing if I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to switch and go swap to another thing, you know. All right. Did the in-laws accept the numbers for Miss Bikini? Ultimately, they will, but they may not communicate that to you, or if it's through a lawyer or whatever, in the beginning. The reason why I say ultimately, yes, they will, because the 3 of Cups and the 10 of Cups, that's definitely a yes. This is for you to celebrate, right? But this 8 of Wands reversed is here. So I don't know if, like, they haven't shared that with the right person yet, or there's like a lapse in time before they do it. There's some sort of like hiccup, but ultimately they are going to accept it. But there's some sort of thing here, like maybe they haven't expressed it yet, or they haven't signed, or whatever they need to do to formally accept it. However, the answer is yes, they will accept it. Lag in time. I'm for sure thinking they're stalling, and I have no idea why. Probably just to give you a hard time if they're not very nice to you. I wouldn't worry about it too much because I feel like ultimately they're going to do it, and it's going to give you a sense of relief and peace. I just wonder why they do that. If you and them don't get along the best in the world and they're just trying to be difficult with you, that's a possibility, right? I feel like. That's right, Miss Bikini. Karma, I feel you. Get you some Trident and make your mind up. Do it with me, Karma. If you got a pack left, You hit it one time before you go to bed so your legs don't jump. Accept that you're going to be a little grumpy. And just chew that Trident. I saw these little forums online about ways to things to try, because like with vaping, it's like an oral fixation. They have these flavored toothpicks, like cinnamon flavors and all that. I bet that would be good because the oral thing is real, man. When you're used to holding it in your hand all the time and having it all the time. All right. Who was next? Michelle Henley. If you want to post yours, you can. I'm going to go ahead and do Kaylee. Does RJ want something serious with me? Jack Mack, where you been? Maybe I just haven't been in your feed. It's only been a few days since I've been on here. Yes, Dan, that sounds like a good idea. I'll go get me some lifesavers. I feel you. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Did that happen to you, Anne? With the toothpick? 5 of Pentacles reversed. 3 of Swords reversed. 9 of Cups reversed. I don't feel like they want something serious in this moment with you or anyone. However, I do feel like they might latch on to you or cling to you either now or in the near future as an attempt to kind of like fill the void inside of themselves. I feel like they would do it in lieu of healing, if that makes sense. So I don't feel like they're going to successfully be with you in a serious way because they're emotionally codependent. That doesn't mean they're a bad person. It just means energetically, unless they change that, you're not going to be able to make something last long term. However, I do feel like they might cling to your energy. It might manifest as a little bit of clinginess. And it's because they don't want to look at whatever they need to heal with their own past heartbreaks. So instead of being committed, it may feel more like clingy. Just be careful with that. All right. Michelle Henley, will I have love this summer? Dan. Will Michelle have love this summer? And if Teresa's still in here, I totally forgot about saying she can put her link in the chat for people to subscribe to her. Her and Marky's supposed to go live tonight, I think. Will Michelle have love this summer? Hey, lovely. Will Michelle have love this summer? I want something to come out on its own, but it's being difficult. It's just from years of obsession, karma, but thank you. Queen of Cups reversed and the Tower reversed. Anybody this summer is possibly going to be someone trying to make it right from your past that you're not emotionally interested in. The main thing that you need to focus on for love this summer is like filling up your own cup, I feel like. And I know you don't want to hear that if you want love this summer. If I wanted love, I wouldn't want me to say that, but I have to tell you what comes out, right? It feels like the only option that's going to show itself this summer is someone that you're not emotionally invested in that's from your past. This is a reconciliation card from the past. So what I would do is hold all my energy for myself and work on becoming my own best friend until my cup runs over. The way that'll manifest, readers say that all the time, but I don't always understand what they mean. So this is what I mean when I say that. To make your own cup run over, it usually manifests as liking to be by yourself, enjoying your own company, turning down random people that show up in your DMs unless it's someone that you feel like deserves your time. That kind of shit. That's true too, Karma. You do. You can only love someone else as deep as you've loved yourself. It's only because reality's a mirror, right? So, but it gets so old to hear that over and over. But if you really let it click, it makes sense. Because what the universe plays the game with us. So if we're desiring love energetically, we don't have to be doing anything. But if we're chasing love energetically, what's love going to do? It's going to run. Because it wants to be chased. You got to, if you're chasing it, it's got to run so it can get chased. Y'all know the vibe. Yo, 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 it's Marky Mark's Tarot. All right. Jack Mac. Does C want to hook up with me? I'm good, Marky. I ate my Chinese, and I'm about to chew a hole in this gum. I didn't realize how much I love to vape while I flip cards. Kaylee, I did yours, baby. You just got to rewind. Oh, I bet he cooked that good food. You welcome. Page of Pentacles, Two of Wands. So this could go either way, Jack. When it comes to hooking up with you, they're not at that stage of hooking up yet, but they are interested in terms of like starting off slow, Page of Pentacles. It could go either way. You could run this person off accidentally if you go too fast with them. Because the Two of Wands says it could go basically left or right. But the Page of Pentacles is kind of like a friend card, getting to know someone. Small investments of energy. So go small and you might not run them off. I'd be their friend first. Marky has some fried chicken. You're welcome, Jack Mac. Are y'all still going live tonight, Mark? I'm very random, Jack Mac, so I don't think I am. I normally don't, so I'm not going to tell you yes. I'll be back after today, tomorrow. But usually when I get off of here, even if I tell you I'm coming back, I'm telling lies because I don't end up doing it. All right, Shavina. Will I ever accomplish having my restaurant in the future? Well, Shavina, you can always accomplish that in the future. That's like I need you to be a little bit more narrow it down kind of vibes, because I want you to think about how much power you're giving me when you say that, right? 2 cards I'm going to pull, and if it comes out as a no and you accept it, then right, you're right. You'll never have your restaurant. It takes lots of steps to get there, but you can do it if you put the work in, right? So I feel like I'm just wasting my time and yours if I answer it. I've been being hard on myself about that. I don't need to answer stuff that's not really going to help you. Like, it's not going to help you, because if you put the work in, you can do that. That's just a big lofty goal. But the possibility is yes, no matter what my card says. All right, Earth Angel, you took your question away. I just want you to believe in yourself more than that, you know? You absolutely can do that. All right. The blessed one, will he take action towards me? He texts me out of the blue and it gets so draining. So you want to know if he's going to take action again towards you. Let's see. Will Marley go unzip her purse and grab that vape in a minute? I have to be real with y'all. I can't, I'm struggling. I didn't realize how much I vape when I read until I just got on here with y'all. Making my mind up. I got to be hard-headed. Help me, Lord. All right. Is he going to take action towards the blessed one? Two of Wands. King of Wands reversed. Probably, but it's going to be very sporadic and unexpected. Not because you said that, but because the King of Wands reversed came out. And the Two of Wands. So it's kind of like that energy of not thinking about you, not reaching out, and then getting the random idea. Two of Wands, random idea comes in as he's sitting there, and then he reaches out. So if I was you and I didn't want that energy, I would just not engage, because he's even got the devil behind that. So he's not really looking to build a commitment, not right now at least. So if you want something more, you need to just not feed him anything at all. Not feed him any energy back, because he's going to keep doing that. Random, get the idea to do it, reach out. And this is a sexual energy card. The devil with the King of Wands reversed. That's someone that just randomly reaches out at night when they want to, you know. It's that kind of energy. You don't have to necessarily be what they do, but same energy. You want to spend, Miss Bikini? I can't believe you having to do that. That's a lot to deal with. When you're used to spending a certain amount and you have to change it, that's just, when Phil first left, you were watching your pennies. You got this, Miss Bikini. You can do it. Oh no, did that person ask? You can re-ask your question, lovely. If they're still in here, they can re-ask me and I'll do it. My kids are extra quiet today, y'all. Emily must be in her room, and Gage must be in his room. There's no noise in there. It's kind of strange. Surely is Antigone. Hey, sisters. Thank you, Karma. I didn't see yours, sisters. You can post it, though, and I'll answer it. Oh, no, Miss Bikini, and you can't buy no more? That's what no spend means? You can't even buy aloe water? I wish you was my neighbor, because I would share. All right, will sisters be able to stay at the RRI? Let's see. Well, if you can like actually afford it, you should buy yourself aloe water. I don't think that should count towards your spending thing. This is the good one, Karma. I should be like a, what do you call it? Get affiliate advertising money. I've been drinking this for like, I don't know, 5 years, but this is the one I like. It has the least sugar in it from any of them. I get them from CVS, so any CVS has them. Except for the CVS around my house, because I buy them all. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You just want to be safe and save everything until you can see how it's going to go. That makes sense. Alright, will sisters be able to stay at the RRI? Hey, baby, you better think about that Dirty Dancing movie. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Wheel of Fortune reversed and the Five of Cups. So if this is something that you want to happen, you want to stay there, I feel like there's blocks and obstacles from it happening at this moment, or a disappointment around it happening. Five of Cups, Wheel of Fortune reversed, sisters. But the Eight of Pentacles says you can do something on your end that you can control and possibly break through this barrier and make it happen. So I don't know what it is you're asking me, the RRI, but you can somehow do something on your side to make it where you can stay there. But as of this moment, there's blocks and obstacles or disappointments around it. So there you go. You're welcome. Alright. Is SP doing long distance with the same other girl he was seeing while we were dating? I'm just gonna ask, is he dating someone, or is he single? Because I don't know that would come out that way with a card. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome, sisters. Let's see. What is his energy around relationships? That's what I'm gonna check. And if I see a long distance card, I'll tell you that. Like the Chariot or the World. Alright, for my baby. For the Dirty Dancing girl. Page of Wands reversed, Five of Swords reversed. So I feel like anything that was long distance or committed, they have pretty much backed off from it because they're trying to avoid conflict right now. Honestly, I don't even see them like flirting or anything. Page of Wands reversed. Let's see what else. So the situation you're asking about is like they have backed off from it to avoid conflict. Now, they might be interested in someone new or talking to someone new that you don't know who that is, because the Queen of Pentacles with the Eight of Wands came out after it. But I feel like the situation you're asking me about, the answer that came out is they've backed off or started to avoid it due to trying to avoid conflict. Earth Angel 1111. Is Alex single? Is Alex single as a Pringle? Is Alex single? Hey, Gigi. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Pentacles. Yes. Earth Angel, I got a yes. Alright. Lovely. Are kids in my future? I am still unmarried. Well, of course they could be in your future, and this could come out as a no. We're pulling two cards, and it's going to pull the energy you're in currently, right? You're welcome, Earth Angel, but I'm going to shuffle it to see what comes out for fun, okay? But just know that whatever comes out, you have your whole life ahead of you. Don't give me that much power or anybody else on this platform. Alright, our kids in your future. Five of Swords reversed. Hangman reversed. The Sun card. So, is it possible for you to have a kid? Yes. This is so cool. I love the way Spirit does things. This lady in this card has a baby in her lap in the Sun card. Can you see it? I know it's not very bright in here. Here's the lady at the spinning wheel with the baby in her lap. So the answer to your question ultimately is yes. But I feel like you're putting the cart before the horse, so to speak. In the near future, no, of course not. If you're still unmarried, I don't feel like that's just going to randomly happen. But is it there for you? Is it possible for you? Absolutely. Here's a lady with a baby in her lap. All right, y'all. I'm giving in and I'm hitting the bait. I can't be one of them people that lies and tells y'all I ain't vaped if I have. So I'm about to do it straight up on this camera. Let me get it out my purse. You're welcome, lovely. Thank you, Miss Bikini. It's a lot harder than it looks. Hey, AM. I'm going to put it back up. I just had to hit it once or twice because, Jesus. It's like every cell in my whole body is screaming that it wants nicotine all at once. Earth Angel, I just do one free question per live, baby, so that way everybody can get one, okay? Have you ever smoked, Miss Bikini? I'm just curious to know. Yes, Karma, if you can go 5, the way I have to think about it is if I can go an hour, then I can go 2 hours. That's how I have to think about it. And then sometimes it'll be like half the day and I haven't done it. So I'm better than I was. You're welcome, Earth Angel. Okay, let me put this thing back. If it gets too dark in here, I'll turn on that light. It's just very bright, so I don't like turning it on. All right. Will Solomon from my church return back from his vacation within this month? Let's see. You can ask whatever you want to, Karma. You can even ask something for fun, like something you know that the way I learned to read tarot is I would ask the cards something I already knew the answer to that was very simple. Thank you, Anne. And then I would see what cards came out to see if I could, how I could read it as that answer, if that makes sense. It must be cloudy outside because I swear it's getting dark in here. And your comments that you put in here must be helping because I've been getting email readings. And the names I've been getting, I haven't recognized here in the chat. So I don't know if they come in here, but they don't like talk, or if they have a different screen name. All right, let's see, AM. Are they going to get back from the vacation within this month? Queen of Wands with the 7 of Pentacles reversed. I think, yes, it won't be long. I just feel like yes. Queen of Wands is a yes, and the 7 of Pentacles reversed is here. So it's like you're not going to have to wait longer than this month. So my answer is yes. You just eat stuff you shouldn't. Hell, I struggle with that too. Eating stuff I shouldn't. Hey Rita, how are you? You're welcome, AM. All right, Gigi. Will P come back to reconcile with me? Will P come back to reconcile with Gigi? Will P come back to reconcile with Gigi? Will P come back to reconcile with Gigi? Think of him as a near and dear soulmate on the other side, Rita. And in your mind, look at him as he is a catalyst for my evolution and growth. He's showing up as a human in my reality to trigger me and push me to grow past this connection. And if you do that, it'll take some of the seriousness out of what he's doing and saying. That helps me. That's the way I look at it. If I have a person that's pushing me to my limit and it's something that I want to grow past, I want to get past, but at times I miss this person even though I don't want to miss them because I know they're not good for me, in any capacity, romance, friendship, whatever, then if you look at it like this is a very near and dear soulmate. He's here to push me on my path. He's here to help me grow and evolve past this. I'm going to choose to look at it that way and remember that I can't control what he does, but I can control how I respond, and just slow it down and think of it that way. It will keep you from being as triggered about it, you know. I know it's easier said than done, but uh-oh. I froze, I think. I think I froze. Can y'all hear me? Oh, Jesus. Elon, quit peddling. Y'all can hear me? So I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to go ahead and finish the question I was on, and then I'll have to go off and come back on. I don't know what happened. Wait, let's see if I can fix it like this. Did I fix it? I don't know what happened. I'm moving? What the heck? Now it's glitching. Okay, it must be my internet. It might be like about to be a rainstorm because Starlink be acting funny when it rains. Okay. Now, Gigi, I'm on you, baby. You want to know if P will come back to reconcile with you. Thank you, Miss Bikini. All right. Will P come back and reconcile with Gigi? Four of Swords reversed. The Tower reversed. The Tower reversed is actually a reconciliation card. So I feel like they're going to take a short break, and then they are going to come and attempt a reconciliation with you. That's a little brighter so y'all can see the cards. You go ahead and nap, Miss Bikini. I can zap them with my wrench too. You're welcome, Gigi. Alright, Rowdy 59. You want to know if this person's sickness is cured. Hey Jasmine, how are you, baby? The Wheel of Fortune and the Empress. I'm getting a yes. Rowdy 59. The Wheel of Fortune and the Empress is yes. Take it with a grain of salt because I know I'm not, I'm not God or anything, but I mean, that's a yes. So I'm going to stick to it. You're welcome. Hey Mark, does she have? I just saw your thing, your comment. So I remember when my internet was like, if I was having to use like cellular data or my internet was spotty. So does she have like a stable internet connection at her where she is at? Because that might be what it is. I hope y'all can get it going. If y'all get going, and I'll get off of here so I can. Okay. So I can come in there with y'all. All right, Jasmine, will I be invited to interview with Mackenzie? Will Jasmine be invited to interview with Mackenzie? And Rita, try not to beat yourself up like how you said, I shouldn't worry about it. I know I shouldn't, but I am. It's still valid. Your feelings are valid and it's part of the process. You're consciously aware you shouldn't, but you're also consciously aware you're doing it. You're being pulled in two different directions because your head and your heart are clashing. But you're in the process of evolving vibrationally, right? So it's okay. You about to get... I gotta be about to get a rainstorm. I'm about to check it. Jasmine, I'm gonna do your question, but I'm about to check the radar. Because that's the only reason why it should be acting like this. If I get a rainstorm, it will glitch out bad. It might even cut us off. Let's see what it's doing. There ain't even no rain. Elon need to get right. Ain't a drop of rain in my town. Elon better sit down somewhere now. I can't help him and Trump can't get along. That ain't got nothing to do with me. He better get my internet right. All right, Jasmine. I'm checking. You're in Cincinnati and you're about to get hit pretty good. Hunker down, Karma. Gotta hunker down. I know, Mark. I'm laughing. I'm laughing about it because I'm not even sure that. Like, what if it's all a big show? Like, what? They gotta be playing. Hey, Katrina. They gotta be playing, bro. Tower card. Hierophant. Jasmine, will you be invited to interview? I'm going with yes. Even though you got the Tower, you also got the Hierophant. And the Hierophant can be that card of institutions, companies. You're asking about an interview. So I'm going with yes. It may be in a very unorthodox way that you get the invitation, or in a very unexpected way that it unfolds, or at the very least it can be a company that is connected to this place you're asking about, or a company that is similar to it. So if it's a no, there's still like a similar, you're going to get some sort of opportunity. But the Tower says it's an unexpected way how it unfolds, or what happens is unexpected in some way. So it's not a no. I'm going with a yes, but it's a surprising yes. Like, you won't think of it unfolding that way. You won't be able to plan it out happening in that way. It'll be unexpected. All right. We could use rain in Albuquerque. I hope damaging rain and tornadoes stay clear. Me too. I'm chicken of bad weather. Anybody that's ever been in my life over like a day. Yeah, I told him he could. I told him he could get a question. I don't see where he posted it. No. Did I hear thunder even though the radar is... You welcome. Is that thunder or somebody trying to crank their lawnmower? You don't generally ask a question? I'm confused. But I didn't hear your response. What you mean, chicken wing? I like thunder if it don't have no, I didn't get your question either, Rita. It's probably because my internet's done glitched out. So if I missed you, that's it. That's what it was. Yes, I don't like bad weather. I just like that comforting rain, you know? Like it's pouring rain, a little bit of thunder in the distance, but no bad weather. Keep the bad weather away. Okay, Rita. What's he mean, Ann? Translate for me. Will I have the opportunity to interview with my dream company this year? You've been hit by lightning indirectly twice, once from the feet up and the other the head down. Hell no. You better not ever take a shower when it lightnings. Okay. So just whatever card comes out, is that what you mean? That's what he wants. I can do it. Okay, I got you. All right. Will Ivy have the opportunity to interview with their dream company this year? Seven of Pentacles reversed. The Knight of Pentacles reversed. The Fool and the Page. So I don't know about the timing part because you said this year and these two timing cards came out funky, right? Knight of Pentacles reversed. That's slower than the regular slow. So I don't know if it'll be this year. But I do feel like you're going to get some sort of opportunity. It's going to pull you out of your comfort zone. And it's going to be something that helps you grow. With the Fool, I would say yes. But the timing is the thing that I don't know is a yes. Because you asked me, are you going to get this interview this year? Well, the timing came out different than this year. But this came out as a yes. So possibly yes, but not as quickly as you want it to be. Rowdy says you had people tell you glow during the lightning storm. I bet if it's hitting your head and going to your feet, hell no. I'd be so chicken every time it lightninged. You're welcome, Ivy. All right, General for KP. General card for KP. Look, Mark. Y'all ain't right. All right, let's see. You ready? You ready for this? The moon. Okay, the moon. And the Six of Swords reversed. Then the Seven of Cups is under that, KP. So this feels like an energy of feeling stuck. And since you asked about a general, this can be any area of your life. Pretend your life is like a pizza, right? And there's slices. So every slice represents an area of your life. So one of those slices, right? One of those slices basically feel a sense to you from your perspective as if there's like an unknown around it. Like, also you could get lost in the sauce when it comes to this area of your life. So Spirit is saying, as a general message to you, to combat that energy or break through it, pick a path and walk it when it comes to this unknown. One foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking out the door like the Disney movie, right? So it's unknown and can lead to confusion and make you feel stuck. Moon, Seven of Cups, Six of Swords reversed. This unknown energy, this confusion could make you feel stuck. However, you can choose to change it, but you're going to have to make a conscious decision along with aligned action. And you're going to have to act on it and be very persistent in that and set your eye on a path. It doesn't matter what path either. It doesn't really matter what path, because after you're moving, that's when Spirit can come in and act. Anytime in my life I've been stuck or lost about how or what to do, if I just go ahead and pick a path and start to step in that direction, Spirit will lead the way. They'll drive you around and get you where you need to go. But if you're stuck because you're just kind of stuck in the unknown or a little bit of confusion and you're not moving at all, they can't really do a whole lot. So I feel like pick a path and start walking if you feel stuck in the near future in any area of your life, and just take the action to back it up after you make the decision, and then you can cut through that energy of like unknown or confusion. So there you go. Good, Rowdy. I'm glad. All right, and Rita, I didn't see yours. Where did you put yours at? Oh, there it is. Never mind. I lied. I know this is going to hinder my healing a little bit, but I can't get it off my mind. Years from now, when he heals and grows, will we reconnect and have something? We can ask, Rita. Karma, you can say like, does so-and-so have good intentions, or does so-and-so have bad intentions, or is that person gonna say yes if I ask them on a date? You see what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's what kind of person, but you can get like their intentions or the energy of them. You know, when you're asking a question, you can get the energy behind the question, if that makes sense. All right, let's see, Rita. Honestly, you know the answer is yes. If both people, I mean, I'll pull the cards for fun for you if that's what you want me to do, but I can tell you the answer without a card. So the answer is this. You and this person are on a timeline right now where the manifestation of the connection between the two of you is failure. The frequency you're on, and it's not a bad frequency. It's not the right or wrong frequency. It just is what it is. Like, think of the frequency as a number. Right now, you're on 3,419 frequency. You're on 97.7 FM. In order to be successful, you and this person need to get to 104.5 FM. That's the timeline where you and this person could be successful. Now, if you get over here and start working on yourself, this is what happens 95% of the time. And I'm very comfortable saying that, probably 99, but I'm going to be generous. 95% of the time, the person that was on 97.7 starts working on themselves and gets on 104.5, while this person is still on the failure frequency of 97.7. When this person gets on 104.5, if this one didn't do the work, then this person's not even going to have the desire to connect with this one anymore, because they're so far apart energetically. They're going to say, this is how it's going to feel. I know you can't feel it right now because you're not on the frequency of it, but you're going to feel inside of yourself, why did I feel like we were so strongly connected? Why did I feel like I wanted it to work with us? I don't have hate for this person, but I just don't have that desire anymore. You see? So, but let's say you get from 97.7 to 104.5 and this person is away from you and they also work on themselves and they get to 104.5 and you run into each other. If you are compatible, you will immediately connect and work, and the timeline will be there for you to be successful. But most of the time, one person does the work and the other one stays on 97.7. So it's not impossible. It's just not likely most of the time both people are going to do that work and get on that frequency. Baby Blue said, why is 97.7 taking a hit? Damn it, 97.7 shit. And these are some random analogies. I hope they make sense. I be just trying my best, like I just be trying my best. You're welcome, Karma. I feel like if you keep getting the 7 of Cups, probably you need to take some sort of grounded action towards a thing. If you start to get confused about a thing and you're not sure which way to go with something, Cups is water, right? So what can you do to combat that? You can get in your King of Pentacles energy, because Pentacles can help soak up some of the water. I'm talking energetically, right? So if you want to combat some confused water energy, you get you some time, effort, and action behind it in a very stable and grounded way, and it'll balance it out for you. That's perfect, Rita. You just answered your own question. You should let go energetically. You don't have to tell anyone you do this, but work on letting go and growing. But keep in mind that you don't have to put him in a bad place in your mind in order to do that. Send him love and light and hope the best for him. And be okay with letting him go, because if he's supposed to be on your timeline and you're supposed to make it work, he'll show back up when the time is right. And if you can truly believe that, it'll help you. And honestly, he'll stay on your mind probably until you get to that point energetically where he's supposed to go. He's probably just a catalyst in your reality. Well, energy can never be created or destroyed. So, no, nothing's ever lost. It just changes form. You know what I mean? That's so funny. 97.7 done took the hit in this chat room today. That's the funniest joke I've seen all day. Sometimes I be thinking y'all ain't paying attention to my stupid ass analogies, but that person was. Hey, Cardsy. Hey, Maylee. Well, thank you, Baby Blue. All right, Maylee, will you get accepted at HBS? Let's see. Will you get accepted at HBS? Will you get accepted? Thank you. Is that like a college or a university or something? HBS? Will you get accepted at HBS? Four of Swords reversed. Justice card. Six of Pentacles. Absolutely yes. The Justice energy says that it's a balanced opportunity for you. Like you've put in the effort, you've put in the time, you've put in the studying, the whatever you need to put in, and you're going to get out exactly what you've put in. You got the Six of Pentacles and the Justice. Both of these are the same card. This is just a major and this is a minor when it comes to the energy. The Four of Swords reverse says you haven't sat down and just done nothing. You've taken the action you need to take. So you got to come back and let me know when you get the letter that they accepted you, because I'm getting like not maybe, but yes. You've put in the work, so you're going to get that result. Even the Temperance energy is here with a freaking Nine of Cups. So you are, yes. I'm saying yes. You better come back and tell me, okay? You're welcome. All right. You welcome. I hope Marky got Teresa going. They were supposed to go live in like, I don't know, a few minutes from now. I'm not sure. I just remember before I had Starlink, when I had the other internet, sometimes my internet wasn't very good, so it was hard to do like collaborations. So I hope she has like a stable spot to stream from. It's so annoying when you're trying to stream. I'm sure y'all remember when I first moved out here, before I had Starlink, I basically stopped going live for like, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months, because I could never get it to work. You're going to be all right, Rita. It's just part of the process. You know what I mean, Chicken Wing? Just like me, about to drive myself crazy about this vape. I'm doing better than I once was. That's what you got to tell yourself. One day at a time, you're doing better than you once was. Improvement over perfection, baby. That's the key. I got to turn this air on loud. Did anybody not get a question that wanted one that was in here? Y'all might be done with me for the day. All right, Rita, one question that I think you and your cards can answer that I would like to know. Is he still struggling with his addiction? All right, let's check. Hey, Alice, how you doing, baby? It's another day in paradise, right? All right, is he still struggling with his addiction? Let's see. Well, thank you, Rita. The world reversed with the Three of Cups. Absolutely, he has what you call like an unfinished business around some sort of addictions. I'm not going to sit here and say that he has, the inability to function in life and it's like that, but he does have unfinished business. There's still like, he hasn't completely cut it. This is an example of me trying to quit vaping, right? I done hit it 2 or 3 times since I've been on here with y'all. Am I still tied to that habit? Yes, but I'm working on it. So he could be working on it, but however, he hasn't completely worked through it. He's still, it's still got him, He's still got unfinished work to do around that. So yes, I do feel like he still has struggles around addiction. All right, Alice says, will I get into HLS law school? Hopefully you will. And then whenever I need a lawyer, you're going to pro bono me for practice, right? So hopefully that's improvement, Rita, at least. She said, for sure. So if I have to pull up on somebody because they ain't being nice to one of my kids or something, Alice gonna get me out. All right, well, Alice, get into HLS law school. You're welcome, Rita. You got this. Strength card and the moon. It's still iffy, but it could happen. And I know you don't want to hear that. You want to hear yes or no, right? But I'll show you what I got. The strength card is going to require the best version of you. It's going to require some spiritual fortitude on your part. Even though this is a law school, spiritual strength is still required to make this happen for yourself. And the moon is here is saying it could go either way. It's unknown, literally. The moon card can be unknown. However, the reason why I know you have it in you to get in is the King of Wands and the Star card is here. So it's definitely a possible timeline that you can stroll right down, okay? You can go down this timeline and make it happen. It's just going to take a version of you, spiritual fortitude in some way. You got to make it happen. So I don't know if there's anything you can do to improve your application or anything you can do to work on it or anything you can do to go to a certain undergraduate program to get the right grades, the extracurriculars, whatever the thing is that'll throw you over the top. You have what it takes inside of you to make it happen. The King of Wands, it's just up to you to be in that masculine energy, action, and doing the things to put you over the top and stand out from the crowd. So definitely a good possibility, I'll put it that way. Karma, we can ask that if that's something you truly want to know. Or you can even ask about a specific situation with your wife. You're welcome, Alice. But if you want to just ask that, I'm good. Can you trust your wife who you've been married to for 20 years? We'll just see what comes out. All right, let's go. Let's see. Your first reading. Is this your first ever reading? Two more shuffles. You too, Rita. You have a good night. You're welcome, Alice. All right. Can you trust your wife who you've been married to for 20 years? That's a long, long time. Page of Wands reversed. The Queen of Wands. This is a fiery lady, huh? So, yes, you can trust your wife. The Queen of Wands is definitely a yes card. But I feel like sometimes you and this person have like little bickering matches with the Page of Wands reversed. But it's harmless at the end of the day, or their intentions behind it is harmless. You can definitely trust this person, but they can hold their own. They can be something else for you to deal with. The Queen of Wands, she's something else sometimes. That's the best way to put it. She's fire energy, right? But it is a yes answer. But like I said, you don't go without having your disagreements or your conflicts. With the Page of Wands reversed, it could be drama, it could be pettiness. But if you live with another human for 20 years, you're going to have that. So that's normal, right? But ultimately, to answer the question, the Queen of Wands, I would say yes. You can trust her. In the upright, she doesn't go cheating. She doesn't go doing no bullshit. She is, she's something else to deal with, but she will also have your back with the Queen of Wands. So she's a good lady to have on your side, I'll put it that way. So there you go. Yeah. You have your conflicts, but you can trust this person. All right. BB. Will H still try to contact me again after I blew him off today? Will H still try to contact BB again after you blew him off today? You heard me read it out loud. That shit was funny, wasn't it, BB? You done blew his ass off today. Y'all be bickering, Karna? That's just normal, man. I'm convinced if you live with somebody for 20 years and you don't bicker, you holding back a lot of resentment and anger. You know what I'm saying? Well, thank you, BB. Page of Pentacles. You blew him off, but he's coming back. There's the Sun card with the Page of Pentacles. This could be like a little message, liking your Facebook picture, watching your Instagram story, Page of Pentacles, sending a random text, WYD. Just enough to see if you're going to blow him off again. Yep. He will have to get blown off again if you don't want him around, because he's going to try and contact you with the Page of Pentacles. So y'all know the infamous WYD. That's the Page of Pentacles ass, or the Page of Wands, even worse. If it's WYD at 1 a.m., that's the Page of Wands energy. Lordy Pete. Don't make me sweat. We need to look and see if Marky got on the channel with Teresa, because I want to go over there and support her. She's new on live, I think. Let's see if I can find them on here. How would I be able to tell, I wonder? Her name is like Gypsy something. No, he ain't live on his channel with it. Hey Elephant, how are you, baby? I don't know. Alright, well David, hire you by the fall. Let's see. Is David gonna come off that paycheck? Will David hire you by the fall? You welcome, BB. Will David hire you by the fall? Hermit reversed. Nine of Wands reversed. Five of Swords. I feel like if you could be strategically persistent, you might could get your foot in the door, but it's going to be I would honestly start looking other places, but in the background, if you would be strategically persistent, you might get this person to drop their guard and give you a chance, or like get your foot in the door. But this is a hard cookie to crumble. This is a hard egg to crack for some reason, okay? So yeah, you're welcome, Karma. You are very welcome, and thank you for coming in. I think Bri sent you over here, didn't he? I think I remember your name from Bri's chat. Elephant, I feel like this person is, with this energy, you're going to have to be very strategically persistent with this person. They're difficult. I'm just Five of Swords. I can't place that in a way that would be like, oh yeah, you can. It's going to be hard to get a letter from this energy. You know what I mean? So I feel like if you're strategically persistent, Hermit reversed, you might can get them to drop their guard and do something. I've been doing free work for him for 3 months now, and he has promised to hire me, but nothing in writing. Well, I'd be careful giving free work for 3 whole months and no return, because energetically, that's off balance. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. You don't have to be money hungry for that to be off balance. You're giving all this effort for 12 weeks and you haven't gotten 1 week's worth of money. That would be enough for me to say, you know what? I value my effort, because effort is still pentacles in the tarot. Effort is still the same as money, because pentacles can be time, attention, effort, money, all the things in the 3D world, not just money. Money's nothing more than an energy. And when he's withholding that from you and you're putting in all this effort, you got to imbalance. And eventually it's going to topple over unless the scales get balanced. So I would kind of like look for other options that are better for you. Because anybody that's willing to let you work 12 weeks without giving you anything in return, they are taking advantage of you energetically. So, look around for something better. Oh, you're an OG member of the Thunder Gang. I got you. So you go to Actions channel too. Bry Guy and Actions, and what's Krupp? Ain't that one of them? I'm trying to think. I see those guys in there. 410 maybe? Tommy Thunder. I can't remember them all off the top of my head, but when I see their screen names, I recognize them. Rocky Strong. I see the different ones in there. Some good fellas. Yeah, every time Bry comes in here, he'll like send me money for a reading, but then he won't even really ask for a reading. So he's like, I'm just trying to pay back make some good karma or something. I'm like, you can at least ask a question. He's very giving. I'm going to give him that. Not just to me, just in general. He's a very giving person. He's a good guy. Well, y'all, we made it for 2 hours. What y'all think? I might come back on here later if like nobody else gets to go live, because Marky was supposed to go live with Teresa, but if they don't get to go live, I might come back. Hey Jay, how are you, baby? Yeah, you got it. Me, Tommy Krupp, and Rocky are the first 4 members, and now we're growing. If you spread positive vibes, then you do what we do. That's right. Y'all are good people. Always feel good energy at Bry's. He came in my chat. The way me and him got hooked up talking is, one night I was live and he just like was scrolling through the short feed, I think. I could be wrong, but that's what I assume happened. And he would be in the room, you know, I'd see his name and I'd speak to him or whatever. And then he started to come more regular. And then we got to talking on email. That's how it was. We emailed each other back and forth. And then we finally ended up getting each other's phone number. And we check in on each other from time to time, you know. But not a lot. It's just like we keep in loose touch, basically. And I used to be on opiates really bad, and I've been clean for 5 years. So he talks about his journey with all that, you know. So that's how me and him, like, what we have in common is like the recovery thing. And I'm proof anybody can do it. All right, Jay, let's see. Does Kevin want something deeper romantically with me than the platonic friendship we have right now? Thank you, Karma. Anybody can do it. Just all in your mind. Does Kevin want something deeper romantically with Jay than the friendship y'all have right now? Does he want something more than the friendship? Yes, Karma. That's what I'm going through right now. Like, I'm trying to quit vaping, but I'm like, you know, like I've let go of everything else. And I basically, in my mind, I'm like, I deserve to keep my vape. I'm sober. I deserve to keep my vape. That's how I think of it. Like, I should not do that, though. If I can quit one thing, I can quit something else. And I'm just like, why is this so hard to let go of? My identity is screaming, I don't want to let go. You probably never been in my lives, but I always vape constantly. And so I was like, this week, I'm like, I'm going to quit. And I've been struggling. It's like I deserve my nicotine stick. I'm not doing crack cocaine, so I deserve my nicotine stick. Not literally, but you know. This is my reward for being sober. Screw this Trident, man. This Trident's for the birds. I need my jewel pod. shit. All right, Jay, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. You're not going to want to hear it, but I feel like with a long friendship, it could possibly turn into more as long as it's done in a very natural, organic way. The Seven of Pentacles is here, so this is about having patience and allowing it to unfold naturally. But the Ace of Pentacles is one of the best aces, in my opinion, to get for a commitment, because this Ace of Pentacles is kind of like an acorn, right? Ultimately, an acorn can be planted and you can have 100-year-old big ass oak tree. But think about the time that lapsed, the water that acorn needed, the sunlight it needed, the air, all the things, right? The environment it needed, the soil it needed, the nutrients. The acorn didn't turn into an oak tree quickly. In fact, it had to sprout to a little bitty seedling to start with, and then year after year it grew. So I'm not saying it's going to take 100 years, but it's just an analogy that with time, this could naturally unfold into something more with the Ace of Pentacles that could be a commitment, but it's not going to be a quick thing. It's going to be a slow rolling ball if you're interested in that. If you want something to kind of unfold quickly, you might want to just keep this person as a friend, because I don't feel like that's going to happen with them. I would almost want to say they probably got some Taurus in their chart somewhere. Them slow boogers. Hey, Aisha. On that note, I'm grabbing it again. I just be sharing my struggle with y'all because, you know, I'm not perfect, and I never want y'all to think I am ever something I'm not. I feel like when you say, is he interested in that way? I feel like it could naturally turn into that, but it's going to have to be like a natural thing. Like, he's not ready to try that. The natural friendship, the more closer you get, he's going to catch feelings, in other words. But it's going to take a long time. So if you're not willing to let it kind of grow from an acorn to an oak tree, you might just want to say, okay, I'll just be your friend. You know, if you want something quicker. Yes, Karma, that's what I have to do. I have to zip it up into my purse. Because I'm too freaking hooked to not have a cartridge. Like, you know those people that throw them away? I'm not that kind of quitter. You're welcome, Jay. Because just the scariness of like not having it at all, I'm like, nope. I gotta have it just in case. Because I'm not ready for that kind of vibe. I'll be done robbed a convenience store in the middle of the night. Yes, baby. That's right. You tell them, baby. You look at you getting these analogies going. You got it. Oh God, that's hilarious. If you want that wood, Jay, baby in here backing me up tonight. You gotta. That's so funny. You gotta let that seed grow. You gotta let that seed sprout to get the wood. Yes, Dan, if I threw away my only vape cartridge, I'd be strong-arming the convenience store clerk. I would be robbing him. That's why I have my one left. Hey, Matt, how are you, baby? I didn't shoot all the Trident in town, but you want an apple, you gotta plant that tree. Okay, will you see Chris this weekend? You welcome, Matt. Let's see. Will you see Chris this weekend? You chew a lot of gum, Dan? Have you ever had problems with smoking, Dan? Like, have you ever done that in your past? Well, thank you for dropping in, Matt. Will Aisha see Chris this weekend? Karma said, I would use gum, but it might pull out a feeling. I'm about to smoke my cigarette. We're going to do it, Karma. We're going to leave the nicotine in 2025. It feels like a no, Aisha, but then the Knight of Wands wanted to come up. So maybe you might get a message out of the blue or something like that. But you got the Ten of Pentacles reversed and the Three of Swords reversed, so it feels like a no. Let me just pull another card to see. Hey, Princess. The Devil. So if you do hear from them, it's more like a sexual energy, for me to put it politely. But no, unless it's a random booty call energy. That's a possibility. But it feels like a no. There's the Knight of Swords reversed. That's holding back communication. So I'm going to stick with a no. But he's got some iffy energy, so he's sporadic, maybe. That's what it is. He don't plan it out. He don't think it out. He just acts on it when he does get the bright idea, you know? That kind of person. It may not be, but that's the way it feels. Karma, look at you. You done mastered 2 whole cigarettes in a day? See, you halfway there if you can get down to that. You welcome, Aisha. Cards, he said, damn, I smoke like a train. I smoked cigars for about 5 years. The real hand-rolled ones from a box. I started getting a smoker's cough after a while. And you quit, Dan, like a good man. Then you got me over here. What is that Tim McGraw song? That's where I'm at. I'm better than I used to be. I don't know the rest of it. Yeah, I never had a cigar before. I can say that much. I probably would choke to death. Will you get a PEVC job by the fall? Let's check and see. After I do Princess's question, I'm going to get off of here and check and see if Mark was able to go live. And if he's not, I'll come back. But if he is, I'm going to go over there. Hey, Cedra. How you doing? Alright, will Princess get this job by the fall? Well, the Ace of Cups came out. It feels like you may get some communication about it moving forward by the fall, or a callback by the fall. Page of Wands, you know, that just doesn't feel like it's completely bagged to me. It's yes cards, okay? But I'm just telling you as what the cards mean. Like there could be some movement towards it happening by the fall. But I don't know if you're going to actually have it in hand and you're going to be doing the job every day, basically. So I do feel like there'll be movement towards it by the fall. But it is yes cards. So you're going in that direction, okay, if that makes sense. Okay, the channel name is... Do you know what the channel name is, Dan, for Teresa? Marky and Teresa were going to go live. It's like Gypsy. I'm thinking. Let me see. Let me see if I can... I know she's subscribed to me. Hey, Empress. Traveling Gypsy Tarot or something like that. Yes, that's it, Karma. My Traveling Gypsy Tarot or something like that. Okay, they're live. Thank you. I'm going to get off of here, y'all, because I think she's collabing with Marky. So I'm going to get off here so I can go over there. But I might come back, okay? Once they get done. I just want to support her because she's new. It's Traveling Gypsy Tarot, Baby Blue. I wish I could figure out how to put the... Dan, do you know how to put the link in here so they can get on there? Empress, I'll be back in a little bit if they're not live. I just want to go support their live because she probably don't have a lot of people in there. I wish I could put the link in here. Maybe I have the notification for it. Yep. How the hell do I get the link? There you go. That's the link if y'all want to come over there. I'm about to go hang out with them, okay? Alright, y'all. If they don't stay live long or whatever, I might come back later. But if not, I will see y'all tomorrow, okay? And y'all have a good rest of y'all's night. And if you want to come hang out over there, y'all just come on, okay? Alright, I love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Okay, I'll put it on my community post. I'll put it at the top of my community tab. Alright, good night. Bye.